Can I be honest with you for a moment? There is a very specific kind of guilt that shows up after you set a boundary, and it can make you question your entire worth. If you ever walked away from a conversation and immediately thought, was I wrong for saying that? Or did I make things worse? You are not alone, and you are not broken. Welcome to LUV Therapy by Yvette. I'm Yvette, and this is a space where we have real conversations, where healing is allowed, where your voice finally gets to matter. So let's get into it. Setting a boundary is not the hard part. It's what happens after you set it that shakes your self-worth the most. You finally say, I can't do that, or this doesn't feel right, or I need some space, and suddenly your mind starts spinning and your chest gets tight and your guilt wakes up. But hear me, that discomfort is not a sign that you did something wrong. It's a sign that you're doing something different. Why you feel guilty? You were not born afraid to honor yourself. The fear was taught to you. Maybe you grew up in a home where speaking up led to tension or silence or even punishment. Maybe you learned that being agreeable kept the peace. Maybe you learned that being easy, being flexible, being low maintenance was the only way to be loved. So now, when you finally choose yourself, your body panics. Not because the boundary was wrong, but because the old version of you is losing its grip. The self-worth wound. The moment after you set a boundary is when the self-worth wound speaks the loudest. Did I overreact? Was I too harsh? Will they be upset with me? Am I still a good person? That spiral doesn't come from the boundary. It comes from years of believing that your worth is tied to how much you give. But hear me clearly. Your worth is not measured by how much you tolerate. Your worth is not determined by how much you sacrifice. Your worth is not something that you have to earn by abandoning yourself. Your worth is inherent, it's internal, and it's yours. So now that we've named the wound, let's talk about what the boundaries actually reveal about your self-worth. A boundary is not a rejection, it's not punishment, it's not selfishness. A boundary is saying, I matter too. My needs count too. My peace deserves protection. And that is not cruelty, that is clarity. And when you set a boundary, you're not pushing someone away. You're inviting them to meet you where you're at a healthier distance. You are inviting them to love you in a way that doesn't cost you yourself. If someone distances themselves because you finally honored your limits, this is information, not a reflection of your worth, but a reflection of their capacity. Some people only know how to love you when you're quiet, when you're agreeable, when you are available on demand. But the people who are meant for you, the ones who love you for real, will not leave you because you learned to love yourself better. They will adjust, they will respect it, and they will stay. Rebuilding your self-worth. Self-worth after a boundary is not about feeling confident immediately. It's about learning to sit with discomfort without abandoning yourself. It's about reminding yourself, I am allowed to have needs. I am allowed to take up space, and I am allowed to protect my peace. It's about choosing yourself even when your old patterns beg you to shrink. And every time you honor your boundary, even if your voice shakes, and you are teaching your nervous system that you are now safe to relax. You are allowed to exist without overgiving. You are not too much. You are not dramatic. You are not wrong for needing what you need. You are simply a person who is learning, maybe for the first time, that your voice matters. And that's the beginning of real self-worth. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for being here with me. And if any of this information resonated with you, please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. And if you want more videos like this, please hit the notification bell so you can get updated videos every week. Now, let's have a conversation in the comments, since this is my favorite part. Can you tell me what it felt like when you finally put out a boundary, and how did it make you feel after you set that boundary? And did it affect your self-worth? I would like to know, so leave a comment. And until next time, please do something you love and protect your peace.